Well, I'm sure that all of you in my very engaged, active, and compassionate audience have been following along during the hell ride that has been the Kavanaugh hearings. On Friday, there was supposed to be a vote on the confirmation following day-long testimony from both Dr. Christine Blasey Ford and Judge Brett Kavanaugh. Dr. Ford in her testimony was measured, vulnerable, incredible. She told her emotionally charged story, revealing in detail the trauma she endured, as well as the trauma she experienced in the aftermath of her story being leaked without her permission. The forced relocation of her family twice, and the many, many death threats. In her own words, she said this.
I was calculating daily the risk-benefit for me of coming forward and wondering whether I would just be jumping in front of a train that was headed to where it was headed anyway, and that I would just be personally annihilated.
But ultimately, she felt it was her civic duty to come forward and tell her story before the Senate Judiciary Committee. And we're all better for having heard it. Because of her courage, sexual assault victims may now feel power to come forward and confront their own abusers. And then we have Brett Kavanaugh performing for an audience of one, Donald Trump. Kavanaugh came out swinging, reading through his opening statement, alternating between crying and screaming. Through his red-faced, angry denials, he promoted conspiracy theories about revenge for the Clintons, and he criticized comments from Democrats on the Judiciary Committee. Though he vehemently denies that he ever committed sexual assault, we are left wondering, would he even remember if he did? Reports that he was a heavy drinker, a sloppy drunk who slurred his words and stumbled around, blacked out, all of which he denies. Well, he didn't really deny, he just simply refuses to answer the questions. Answering questions with other questions and projecting onto others. When asked multiple times if he had ever blacked out from drinking, if he wasn't answering by randomly referring to his good grades, he was screaming, "Have you?" to the senators asking him questions. This is not the temperament of someone for the Supreme Court. And for the trolls who hate watch my videos, if you don't believe me about the necessary temperament for the bench, let's see what an expert has to say about this. Let's see what Brett Kavanaugh himself says.
To be a good judge and a good umpire, it's important to have the proper demeanor. Really important, I think, to walk in the other's shoes, whether it be the other litigants, the litigants in the case, the other judges, to understand them, to keep our emotions in check, to be calm amidst the storm. On the bench, to put it in the vernacular, don't be a jerk. I think that's important. To be a good umpire and a good judge. Don't be a jerk. And in your opinions, to demonstrate civility. I think that's important as well, to show, to help display that you're trying to make the decision impartially and dispassionately based on the law and not based on your emotions.
Proper demeanor. Emotions in check. Calm amidst the storm. Don't be a jerk. Demonstrate civility. Those qualities that Brett Kavanaugh himself outlined as being necessary to be a good judge are qualities that he was unable to demonstrate, even when they were most important, while he was interviewing for the damn job. If he can't fake it for even the interview, how do you suppose he will act while actually on the job?